Hello there, Internet, and welcome back to some more of the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Last time we did a challenge. I'll probably not do any more challenges now. Instead, let's do a completely ordinary run. So, as you can tell up here, I'm beginning to see something that could look like a... Well, it's kind of pentagram-ish, but it's just turned around, so I guess it's actually just a star. If I would have to guess, there's probably 5 or 6 major bosses in this game, and we've seen 3 of them by now. So what do we want to do? We beat the game with... we beat Mom's Heart with everybody. Let's do Eden, because why not? Who am I? So we begin with Copy Set. Copy Set is pretty good. We begin with 2 red hearts. And we begin with Goat Hoof, which makes us faster. And we begin with Lil Haunt, who haunts nearby enemies. Anything else? No. That seems pretty good. I mean, the last Eden run we did, we began with almost nothing at all, and that was pretty terrible. But I mean, Lil Haunt is fantastic. I think his damage scales with ours, meaning that he becomes better if we become better. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's doing all that much against the big guys here, but hopefully we can change that later on. Having only 2 red hearts instead of 3 is not a big problem. I think this is Damon's Tail, right? Evil up. We also shoot super fast at the moment, or super slow at the moment. So I'm not sure what that does. Goat Hoof speed up. We don't seem all that much faster with having Goat Hoof actually. So maybe I'll go with Evil up just to see if I can figure out what that means. Maybe it means that we get more devil rooms? I'm not sure. Oh, we're shooting super slow actually. That's a little unfortunate. So what are we looking for? Definitely some tiers upgrades. What's the damage like? Damage is also super low, so okay, maybe I was a little bit too fast when I said that we were actually powerful at the moment. Seems like we're not. We're probably less powerful than like starting Eve or Samson. So this could be pretty tricky. Unless we get some good luck in our item rooms and our boss rooms. That's Gluttony. Gluttony can drop something for us once in a while. But Lil Haunt is probably the best thing that we've got going for us. We can just like stay around. What did we fear? Maybe because of Damon's Tail? I don't know. Alright, that's an HP upgrade. That's pretty good. Lil Haunt again doing some fantastic work. So maybe we'll just stay out of trouble as long as we can here. That's X-ray goggles, or X-ray glasses. Shows us where secret rooms are located. So getting that on the first floor is actually a big benefit. There's the secret room. Let's go in there immediately. Also, it opens up the passage to the secret room, so we save a bunch of bombs. Which is fantastic. Pills. Could be good, could be terrible. Pretty Fly is fantastic. So let's take 2 of those. Explosive Diarrhea. Whoop. Actually pretty good here. It gave us a Liberty Cap. I'm thinking that Liberty Cap, I think, gives us a random mushroom effect on every floor. Let's just quickly check it out. Is that how it works? Yeah. So for instance, now we shoot a lot faster. So most mushrooms are pretty good. So Liberty Cap is, in general, pretty good. It's a little unpredictable. Damon's Tail seems to fear enemies, which is fantastic. So I think I'll go with that for now. I'm not sure how often it fears enemies. That's the only thing. That's another black heart. So, let's take the black hearts into our boss fight. Because reasons. We could open that golden chest, but I would rather have those keys later on. Also, I'm picking Damon's Tail because it's new to me, so I'm not sure exactly how it works. But we've had runs before where fear is essentially what saved us. So we're fighting Blue Famine, who rushes more than ordinary Famine. Doesn't spawn any flies. It's okay with me in this case. Means that Lil Haunt is gonna be more confused. Here, fear is a little bit annoying actually. So the thing is, we seem to be faring only on every some 10th shot or so. So that's not a whole lot. In particular, it's not enough to be predictably nice. And, well, it may add some benefit over the course of the run. That Liberty Cap... Oh, that's terrible damage. Actually, we took a full heart of damage from that. It's a ball of bandages. I think it blocks shots. Not sure what else it does. So losing that black heart was a little silly, but it's probably not gonna be what ends our run. That's the secret room. Guppy set is pretty nice, in particular because it means that we start closer to becoming Guppy. So that's pretty good. Let's just open this up. Oi, lots of stuff. We could probably get some pills out of blowing up all of those mushrooms. Maybe I'll not do that quite yet. I have yet to find out exactly how beneficial blowing up mushrooms is compared to so many other things. Matchstick has something to do with bombs. I'm not sure exactly what. Pop down a bomb here. Safety cap spawns more pills. Again, let's just stick with Damon's Tail. That's a tinted rock up here. Contains a golden chest. Contains a bomb and a key. So effectively, we just got our stuff back from that. Still though, tears up please, damage up please. That's broken Ong, that's also a new one. Eternal life, question mark. Okay, so I know the ordinary Ong, the way it works is that when you die, you spawn with some soul hearts again. So maybe this does the same, but doesn't always work. Because that's kind of how the broken items work in general. So that could potentially be good. Again, I'm gonna stick with Damon still, but I'm happy to have seen the other one. This is like Rage, but inverted. Anemic, toxic blood. So it looks like that's the item we get when we spawn as Lazarus. I've never actually had the chance to see how that works. Toxic blood. What could that mean though? Anemic. I don't know. We'll probably find out soon enough. It takes forever to blow up poop. Let's see, little gish. And a top secret room. Let's pick up this thing. Contains a control bomb. Oh, we're a little slow now. Child's heart spawns more red hearts. Let's just take the rest of the floor first. I'll probably go to our shop simply because we have so many keys. And if there's an item on sale, I can buy it. And yeah, we only need like 3 more cents to actually make the shop worthwhile otherwise. Just because we always can get money out of our bank. There's our shop. Just let little Hunt do everything here. That's a Bible. I'm probably not gonna buy that anyway. I will buy the soul heart for 3 cents. It's pretty cheap. Bible allows us to fly on every 6th room, and it one-shots Mom, and maybe also Mom's heart. Oh, it's a black heart. Take it. So I'm not being very min-maxy about not picking up soul hearts and black hearts until the end of the floor. Mainly because I think that unless I screw everything up, I'm not going to take too much damage here, in particular against Monster. Monster is pretty easy. And if we can fear him, I guess he's going to be even easier. Let's see if how that works. It's a shame that the fear effect from Damon's Tail doesn't actually show itself on the tiers. Assuming that it is on Damon's Tail that we get the fear effect to begin with. So I'm thinking like poison poison damage. From the common cold, you can... Oh shit, he's feared, so he doesn't actually jump at me. That was a little stupid. You can tell from the tiers changing color. Doesn't seem to be the case here. Our range is pretty good. It's actually super annoying that he didn't jump as far as he normally does when he gets feared. I just got some major slowdown on the game here. By walking into full screen, which I am right now, and then going back. That seems like a pretty bad bug to me. So what I'll do is probably go on to the next floor, and then I'll quit the game, end the recording, and start anew. That's kind of annoying that you have to do that. Take the black hearts. Probably buy this thing, whatever it is. Headless baby, bloody friend. Did we have that before? I don't think so. I did go to everything on this floor anyway, so we can do that. The game should remember where we're actually at. Oh, why is it so slow? Oh, that's annoying. Must be some kind of weird sync issue. Anyway, let's try and see how that works. Exit game. takes us here. So I'll try to restart the game and I'll see you afterwards. And we're back. So it seems like the game is running normally again. Hopefully this is gonna work out. Yeah, we're on Caves 1 and I think we have all the stuff that we had before. Good stuff. Why do I shoot so fast? I remember shooting very slowly before. And why do I create creep? Oh, that's a Headless Baby. Oh, does Headless Baby make us shoot faster? That would make sense if we were like shooting his tears because he himself is headless. I'll also be a little bit messed up, but I'm kind of used to that by now. So I'm not sure if it just acts like a tear sub. If so, buying a tear sub for one heart seems pretty good, in particular in my situation where I was shooting so incredibly slow. A little confusing that little haunt looks so much like Pride in this room. Or not Pride, sorry, Envy. Get push pen, gives us spectral tears and piercing shots on every 10th shot or so. It's not very good. Also, it's a little annoying that I'm not sure if we're creating creep. We're creating something that looks like creep. So I need to look at what I can walk on and what I cannot walk on. So yeah, still, our damage is not exactly optimal. Oh, that's bad. At least that made the room a lot easier. So I'm hoping that something can be done about that soon. Brimstone could be fun. Yeah, let's take this. 2 bombs, pretty bad. Should probably use these chests to kill enemies because they so often contain bombs. Let's try it out. That's not a bomb. Maybe the last one is. That's spiders. That just made matters even worse. Okay, so Little Hunt is not quite strong enough to actually kill. Ah, I think we actually do create creep. So maybe that's what Headless Baby does. So I can just like walk around all over the place and then stuff dies. Seems to be the case. But yeah, Little Hunt is not quite strong enough to kill one of those guys in one cycle, which is a little unfortunate. So what do we get? Balls of Steel is fantastic. Tears Down is probably the worst thing we could have possibly got. Just realized that I had my cursor on screen again. And there's our secret room, which I'll of course go into in a second. Better take the easy rooms first. Watch out for the shots firing from the fire. 2 free bombs, that's pretty good. And also free entrance to the shop. Okay, so the jar might be better than Gobi said. It might also not be. But right now we cannot buy it, so it doesn't make any difference. Excuse me. So yeah, already I have so many items that I don't quite know what does, so this might be one of those runs where I end up super overpowered without actually knowing what's going on. I'm not gonna complain if that happens. This is kind of annoying though. I wish our damage was better. I really need to face these guys diagonally as well, because otherwise they're probably just gonna hit me. Don't quite have the speed to avoid the shots otherwise. 4 shots. That's Peeber's Eye. That can help us out. The Peeber flies around in a kind of diagonal pattern. Deals damage to enemies. Quite a lot of damage actually. So while it's not exactly the damage upgrade that I was desiring, it's gonna help us out probably. A little bit. Let's see if it does something here. Yeah, kills that guy. Red patch, I think, builds rage when we take damage. It's kind of bad. But still, I think damage tail also seems a little bit bad. So at this point I'm probably gonna change Trinket if I find something that's a lot better. We essentially went to the entire floor. Whipburn. makes our shots, the shot speed of our shots change quite a bit. It also looks like we have infinite range, essentially. Is that better than having fear shots? Probably not. I don't think it is. Let's just take the rest of the floor before going to our boss. I'll probably also keep Guppy's head over the jar. Even though getting the jar early, I don't know. It can only keep up to... Remember the jar we got a few runs ago? If we pick up red hearts, even though we have max red hearts, they sort of get kept. So it's like 4 extra heart containers. Which should be awesome, right? And maybe it is. I'll definitely give some money to this guy though. 10 heart, or 10 cents should be enough to make him pay out. Lockfoot. Lock up. It's probably good. I don't know what it is. There are some pills. I think one of those is a Balls of Steel pill. That's locked down. That's not very good. That's health down. That's even worse. That's terrible, actually. Right. In particular, because that means that we might lose out on a Devil Room deal. What can I do with that? So we actually have enough money to buy the jar now if we wanted to. Just by using our donation machine up there. I have the hookworm now. Why do I have the hookworm? I wanted to have fear shot. Too many mediocre items. Confusing me. Peep could also be a little problematic. Him, I definitely want to fear. Again, though, maybe it's not a good idea to actually fear him, because I think if he's feared, then his jumps become completely unpredictable. Let's see, though. I just want a damage up, really. Get me a damage up and I'll be pretty happy. Okay, he's feared now. So I think when he jumps, he's... Okay, now he's no longer feared. It's also a little bit confusing that my Peeper size is almost identical to his, which is not so strange because it supposedly is his. I think we even unlocked it by killing him, maybe? Alright, good thing that he jumps kind of slowly, so you can just look at the shadow, figure out where he ends up. Should really try to always have Little Hunt do some work there. We should be able to get a Devil Room deal on this floor. Oh, wow. Too many eyes. Maybe I should put down some bombs to speed this up a bit. Oh, wow, I rocked straight onto his creep. I'm not sure why I would do that. So hopefully we can avoid taking more damage. I would rather keep my black heart. Okay, he was feared there for a second. Okay. That was not very good at all. At least we get a free black heart. Maybe that's also something that comes with Demon's Tail? I don't know. Range up. Not all that useful. Okay, so we get a chance to buy the Mark, which is the damage upgrade. Also, Infected Baby is pretty good, but I think it's better if we already have damage. So I'm gonna buy the Mark. Even though that puts us down to 0 hearts. It also gives us a half a black heart and half a soul heart in this particular case. Did I leave anything behind? I don't think I did. I left the jar behind, but I'm not gonna pick it up anyway. I'm not even sure it's called the jar. Maybe it's called a bottle, because that's what it is in The Legend of Zelda. And we're pretty slow. Okay. Oh, this was actually a boss challenge room. I thought it was just an ordinary challenge room. Had I noticed that, I probably wouldn't have gone in here, because 2 bosses for a single chest is probably not all that worth it. Yeah. We're dealing more damage now, though. That's pretty good. Quite a bit more damage, actually. So it's really difficult to beat this game without getting at least a few damage upgrades. Passive. Oh shit! don't really want to fight Peep again. I guess I have to. I guess now we can see how much of a difference the Mark actually does here in the entire scheme. Please get it in there, Little Hunt. Yep, there we go. We also have so many orbitals blocking his shots, so that's a very nice defensive thing that we've got going. There's the first eye. I think our orbitals just saved us some damage there. Or saved us from some damage. Please get in there again. Ugh. It's a little bit difficult to control Lil Hunt, unfortunately. It doesn't make it better that the number of familiars we have flying around us changes the order in which they sort of line up. Oh, just get in here. There we go. That's much better. And please. Oh shit. Peep is tricky. Trickier than he should be anyway. Okay, I think I took 5 hits of damage on that one fight. We get the fish head, which is poison damage every now and then. That's probably better than very rarely having fear shots. None of those are particularly good though. Whoop. So yeah, we still have quite a way to go here until before winning the game. That's some money. I'm not gonna complain. A lot of money actually. Fairly straightforward room. It's funny how very little of the damage we deal is actually ours. It's either the creep or the Peeber's Eye or Lil Hunt conspiring to actually do something here. I should try to blow up that TNT while one of the Larry Juniors is close. And that's the way that went down. Okay. Crack the sky. Every 4 rooms we can call down beams from the sky and they deal damage. Since we have low damage, this might be better than Guppy said. I don't know. Maybe it is. It was hard to tell how much Guppy said actually helped us out. Guess I'll use it here. Okay, so I was wondering if it... Oh, that's not my creep. That was so terrible. I was wondering if it creates more beams the larger the room is. It doesn't seem like that's the case. Here would have also been pretty useful. The only thing is you can't really control where the beams actually end up, so... It's, again, not all that useful. It's definitely better spacebar items out there. This is a rune. Passage. If I would have to guess, I think this opens maybe all doors. In which case that seems... I mean, all doors in a closed room. Just try it out. Oh, okay, that creates a way down to the next floor. Probably. So this could be super useful if we want to force our way down to Shoal. But that, I mean, almost never happens. Could also be useful if we want to skip a floor for whatever reason. But that also is not always something you want to do because, I mean, then you usually miss out on items. Maybe we can go directly from Shoal to the dark room. In which case it might actually be pretty good. That's something I'll have to experiment with. It's probably not going to happen on this episode though. Screed, put down some beams. Okay, those beams actually don't do very much damage at all, so maybe I'll go back to Guppy's head if I come by that room again. Greed steals our money, that's annoying. I almost got hit there. Okay, so it's okay. Actually, Little Hunt is probably the one that fears our enemies. I'm not actually sure what Damon's Tail does. Maybe it spawns more black hearts. We do have a fair amount of black hearts already. In which case, that's actually pretty good. Then I probably shouldn't leave it behind. Alright, our health situation is bad. Really bad. Also, it's a little bit annoying here that Lil Hunt doesn't aggro. Oy, that got close. At least Peeber's Eye doesn't really care about the water. There's a top secret room. Contains an eternal heart, and I guess we may as well pick it up already. That might have been a mistake. I thought it would go before the black heart. It looks like it sort of is in between right now. So hopefully we don't miss... I guess anyway, it's gonna work. It's effectively just half a heart until the next floor, I don't know. Let's go back, see if we can get some more health before the boss fight. probably will bring Crack the Sky into the boss fight. I'll probably take Guppy's Head, actually. Wow! I didn't know that those guys would charge you so fast. This is not good. That didn't help me out health-wise at all. Could have just, of course, just skip the boss fight entirely, but I probably don't want to do that. Where did I leave my trinket? Was it over here? Yeah. So let's assume that this gives us more black hearts, which in particular means that it gives us more health. Well, okay, there's one black heart. So I'm assuming it's sort of like Mom's Pearl, but for black hearts. Having that extra black heart is really gonna help us out a lot on this boss fight, I imagine. Gertie it is. So I guess when he's feared, he shoots still. I was thinking for a second that he shoots, but not at us. It doesn't really seem to be the case. Really, these familiars are really helping us out quite a bit. Very much unlike our low damage. Peeber is probably also doing a pretty good job here. Peeber gets in a lot of damage on Gertie just because he's so big. So, I mean, I should really just concentrate on not taking damage here and let all these other fellas do all the dirty work for me. Maybe he shoots fewer tears when he's feared? This is going fairly well. Okay, we did actually get hit once there. It's a little unfortunate. I'm not gonna worry about the last nub. It doesn't have the range to hit us anyway. Another black heart. Okay, so that's probably what Damon Tilde actually does. Dog food, pretty good. No deal with the devil though. So that takes us up to 2 heart containers again. That's fantastic. So we're in this still, even though it's still a scary run. 2 chests is good enough, probably for 3 waves of enemies. And if I remember correctly, the first is zombies, which is easy. The next one is mom hands, which is also easy enough. Just need to move around a bit. I think there's 3 of them. And the 2 last ones come right after each other. So I'm just gonna like fire in a rectangular pattern here. And the last one, I forget what the last wave is, but I remember it being okay, easy. Okay, it's these guys. And the jumpy version of them, so those can, I guess, be tricky. At least they jump quite a bit slower than the smaller version of themselves. It's a little annoying that I can't tell what creep is mine and what's theirs, but... Okay. Cancer. Cancer is fantastic. It's it should be a tier, like double our tiers or something like that, but we're still shooting pretty slowly. It's exactly the same, actually. What's up with that? What's our tiers at? I think tiers is number... this one, I think. Which is the lowest possible value right now. And I guess doubling the lowest possible value maybe doesn't do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it makes them shoot... It makes us shoot a little bit faster, but not very much. And probably the black hearts are gonna be more useful. This is a strange boss. Very Brownian patterns here. Wait, didn't notice that they spawned silkworms. I should remember to use Guppy's Head. Can we get over there? We can use 2 bombs. And we're gonna get a lot of good stuff out of it. I'm probably not gonna... Yeah, I guess I may as well take the battery. I'm thinking maybe I'll get a better spacebar item. But, yeah, let's just not worry about it. Tears down is not very good. Balls of Steel is fantastic. And this is looking good as well. I should have looked for mark rocks before I put down that bomb, but I do not see any. Beggars, really useful. HP up. And Justice, which gives us random items. Random consumables. Lots of good stuff happening all of a sudden. in a somewhat less dire situation than we were in when we entered the room. Unfortunately, the game is just kind of keeping us in it. I mean, we really need offensive items to actually push our way through. So, yeah, we're not there yet. Little Haunt gets to deal with these guys. Oh, I don't like Necropolis. This is always the place where I realize that I'm on Necropolis, when I meet these damn like masks. By far the worst energy, but just look at how much it helps us that we have these 3 orbitals. I should find out at some point if the bandages actually deal damage to enemies, because I don't know if they do. Get a free bomb for a bomb. Tarot cards, that's good. So now I should definitely not taken the battery before. 2 of spades doubles our keys. Would probably be useful at some point. Super greed I'm not a big fan of. Let's get the little hunt in here fast. Fear him so that he walks the other way, that's good. Guess he doesn't take damage from fire. So remind me that I should take the 2 of spades card, use it before we spend more keys. And of course now every key is like 2 keys. Rainbow poop. Haven't seen that in a while. Forget what it does. I think we only saw that on our first run. I was really hoping that my pretty flies would save me. There is a trick in Still don't know what that does. There is a trick in Vanilla Isaac where if you hug the top wall, flies will not hurt you, like do contact damage to you. I'm not sure if it works the same way here. This is a scary room, just because so much stuff is happening at once, and there's stuff charging us. The Necronomicon here would be super useful. Aye! These things are also just so tanky. I wonder where a little Haunt is at. He must be doing something somewhere. Oh, there he is. Trying to follow that charger around. Oh, this is frustrating. It's almost like our Eve run that ended up being over an hour, even though we didn't make it very far in the game. Oh, okay, so I think our ball of bandages there actually dealt a bunch of damage. I could probably check that fairly easily. Should have probably done so in the beginning of the game. Not that it's too late now, but it's just easier in the beginning. So I guess some champions blow up after they die. It's actually good to be aware of, so that you don't stand too close to them when it happens. Alright, are there any markworks in here? Anything that can give me a little bit more of a lifeline? That's Mom's Pearl, which is yeah, we do have a lot of black hearts, don't we? So of course, black hearts are objectively better than soul hearts. But the question is, does Demon's Tail spawn as many black hearts as Mom's Pearl spawns soul hearts? Let's just assume that it does, and then try to keep a little bit track of it. Remote detonator is bad. Which floor are we on? Necropolis 1. So let's just go down to 20 cents. Okay, it's jammed already. The pill... We have some gold pills in the rotation, so maybe I'll just buy it. Hematomenemesis. So we lost all of our health, and now there's 2 red hearts in the or 2 red hearts more on the floor. That's kind of super interesting because it allows you to get into boss challenge rooms. I like the idea. It's probably not going to be useful very often. It's like super conditional, as in... I mean, how often do you actually get that pill to begin with? Actually, I realized that I should pop to a space. Maybe I'll just do it now, so that I don't get sad when I forget it in the future. It's not like we're gonna be able to use 14 keys anyway. Oh, this is frustrating. Oh, that actually makes it a whole lot easier. So, maybe I'll just wait here for a while. I can speed it up a little bit. Oi! That's a nice charge there. I need something good. And I need something good quick. I need to shoot the poop 4 times before it explodes. There's the boss fight. Let's see if we can get a good trinket to, or sorry, a good tarot card to take into the boss fight to make it a little bit easier. We also haven't seen the top secret room yet. So it's probably gonna be down here somewhere. I forget what that pill did, but it was pretty bad. Thank you, Peeber. We get the Hermit, which is a free entrance to a shop. That's pretty bad. We can use it to get out of curse rooms and stuff like that for free. That's probably about as much as we can use it for. Can also use it as a random teleport on later floors, but it's not all that often that's useful either, so... Unless you like end up in a terminal in a very tricky room where you know that you're gonna backtrack anyway, then you can just teleport out and maybe that helps you out a little bit. Oh, this is a terrible, terrible room. Okay. Glad that we had black hearts there. This room could also be bad if they corner us. Get in there, little hunt. Maybe. If you want to. Anytime. Watch out for the creep. I had a hypothesis at some point that green guys explode when they die. Doesn't seem to be the case here. Any mark rocks? No. Tears down. No. Okay, so the Hermit card is not exactly going to help us on the boss fight. Shouldn't we know where the top secret room is now? I feel cheated. Or maybe there is no top secret room? Because we had X-ray... Yeah, we've had X-ray glasses forever, so... Maybe they only show us where the ordinary secret room is? No, that's not the way it works. Was there anything else of use down here? No. Remote detonator is not very good. Okay, so onto the boss fight. Necropolis has some very difficult bosses. War could be one of them. Oh, a champion version of War that I don't know what does. He spawned fucking troll bombs. And we're super slow, so let's try not to force him to spawn too much. Normally the way it works... Okay, he spawns them all the time. That's even worse. Hopefully he can damage himself a little bit with them. Oi. Oi. Now he's feared at least. Doesn't seem to do all that much though. Ah. So maybe I'll just go to the shop as the first thing on the next floor, just because in case it has something good, then I get it earlier than I otherwise would. Oh, there's actually a marked rock up there. So if we can make War blow that up, we could save a bomb. Not that we're kind of low on bombs. Actually, consumables in general seem to be becoming nice and easy so far on our runs. So hopefully we're fast enough to avoid War here. It's nice that he follows us, because then our creep actually deals a fair amount of damage to him as well. As long as he's not feared anyway. Okay, we actually get a probably black heart from Damon's Tail. We get another... No, we get 1 cube of meat. So is that going to override a fly? Yeah, it does. So cube of meat also deals contact damage. So that's not fantastic. But we do get access to a devil room, which can be good. How many guppy items do we have? That's the question. Book of Sin spawns a random consumable every 6 rooms in vanilla. I don't think I had the item here yet, but I'm not gonna pick it up because it's probably not worth a full red heart. But Guppy's Tail might be, because we already have... we have picked up Guppy's head, at least at some point. We don't have it anymore, but I don't think that matters as long as we touched it. So I'm gonna pick up Guppy's tail, also because we have a bunch of keys. But Guppy's tail in itself, I don't think is worth a full red heart. But adding to our probability of becoming Guppy, that probably is. Because if we become Guppy, then we become 2 or 3 times as strong. And that might be enough to put us over the edge. And it really is the edge that one should think about always. I mean, the thing is, we can make it fairly far in any given run, probably. But first of all, it's not very fun if we just get whittled down very slowly. But always we should just think, are we powerful enough to beat the final boss? It doesn't really matter if we can beat Mom or not. Yeah. Maybe that makes sense. We're certainly not very powerful right now. Okay, that guy's dead. What is that? Hot bombs, burning, blast, and 5 bombs. Okay, so we light up everything. That's kind of cool. And I guess our bombs are now burning. So maybe it means that they deal more damage. I don't know. Now we have a lot of money though. Oh, I said that I would use the hermit card. I'll use it after this room. Ah, it's bad damage. Okay, the room is actually over. Okay, so hypothesis is that... Why is that? Oh, so it puts down a fire that probably damages us if we touch it. My hypothesis is that any given red heart has a chance to become a black heart with this card that we have. Judgment is super nice. Let's pop down Judgment immediately. Oh, that kind of judgment. I'll come back to you later. Ladder for 7 cents, not very good, but I'll buy it anyway. Battery for 3 cents is a free tarot card. Well, it's not exactly free, but it's a tarot card. Tarot card is High Priestess, pretty good. Deals a ton of damage to a single enemy, essentially. 2 keys for 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 bombs. I will take it, even though I'm probably not going to use all those bombs. Maybe I should use bombs more often when I get bomb effects. Seems like it could be pretty useful, in particular against bosses, right? I actually have no idea where we are at the moment. Pretty far away from where we started. So much is obvious. Yeah, I should remember to pick that up before we go into the boss fight. Maybe I should just pick it up immediately. It's not... If I lose these 4 black hearts, then I'm probably fucked anyway. So let's just take it immediately. 2 key room, often interesting. Oi. Oh, I want to deal more damage. So much. So I was not burning when I went into the room, was I? Maybe it just happens after a room is completed. Let's try out that hypothesis. And maybe, I don't know. Okay, item randomizer. Maybe. This could be good, because as I've been saying, we're not super powerful at the moment. Are we strong enough to beat the game right now? Let's see what happens. That didn't randomize our items. Okay, so the first time we went in, there was a 1 on the floor, and that randomized all of our items. Now there is a 2, and that did not do the same thing. Maybe it randomized some of our items? It seems like all the visible ones anyway are the same, so... I'm a little confused. I don't know what that room does. Let's have a look. We have... Yeah, those look like exactly the same items as before, so... Okay. Let's put down a bomb. Oh, I didn't want to use High Priestess card there, actually. I often use my tarot cards instead of my bombs. I wanted to put down a bomb because I was thinking against this guy could become super useful. I was hoping that he would take some kind of burning damage from that, but maybe it's just gonna be on the floor. So you can use that defensively, build a wall of fire. And maybe that's good. This guy's so annoying though. Little Hon can't actually do anything to him because he continues to just walk away. Okay, you did a fair job there, actually. So please just come up. Let Little Hunt do whatever Little Hunt does. And you should be dead pretty soon. Okay, he actually spawns those enemies. I hadn't noticed that before. Arcade could be good. I'm not sure. Maybe we lose our Eternal Heart if we gamble on the arcade, in which case that would be pretty bad. The arcade itself, though, could contain something good. We unlock the game kit. Maybe by going into sufficiently many arcades? Not sure. But if all red hearts have a chance to become black hearts, then I absolutely want to go crazy on these other guys. Maybe not so much the blood donation machine. This is flat penny, right? Yeah. Spawns more keys. Or rather, every time we pick up a penny, it has a chance to spawn a key for us. Which is good. Super nice, actually, if you don't have any keys, but we have plenty right now. Might actually be worth it to go into the curse room. Just to try to put us over the edge a little bit. We get some extra flies. Makes this room easier, but not a whole lot. The stars teleports us to our item room. We've already been to our item room. Access a random teleport on all future floors. So fearing these guys seems like it doesn't really do anything. Probably our bosses, maybe? Okay, the boss is in the other direction. We haven't actually seen these guys in Rebirth before, have we? One of the most annoying enemies in standard vanilla Isaac, just because of the terrible sound they make. I guess we could get access to our boss trap room easily. I'm afraid this is gonna cost me an Eternal Heart, but I want to find out if it does. It does. That's terrible. Okay, now we can go in here though. That's probably worth it. Maybe it's not. But again, I want to get pushed over the edge. That's all that matters at this point. The bosses we're gonna face are probably gonna be a little tricky. I guess I could just, now that I know that the room is pretty terrible, check out what the pills are. Puberty is pretty bad. Health up is fantastic, and goodbye. I should have done that immediately. So, probably the boss is gonna be pretty close to the exit down there, so maybe I'll just go crazy on the arcade now. Flat penny again. Yeah, that seems reasonable. We didn't actually go to our we did go to our shop already, and it didn't contain anything. So the only reason why I use this slot machine instead of the other guy in the middle is that it's a lot faster. And it pays out with similar stuff. Okay, we get $1. Let's say $1. Or rather, it's 99 cents. So we could get some health out of this. We can also get some other stuff. We could get Fly Love, but it's not all that fantastic. Really, I just want some health. Preferably black hearts, in case he can pay out with black hearts. I don't need your money. That's Fly Love. We don't have a lot of rich hearts lying around, so let's just blow this thing up. Get some more money. Did we leave any other health behind? I don't think we did. So let's just move on. There's the boss. Ugh. Why are we dealing so little damage? I'm barely even looking at the enemies right now. I'm looking for marked rocks. I guess this room kind of beats itself somehow. Are there any marked rocks then? No. No, Eden versus Mom. There we go. So, I mean, we want to at least beat Satan, right? I think we already beat Mom's heart as Eden, but we didn't beat Satan. It should be possible still, even though I could really use some better items. Should have paid a little bit of attention to the ground there. Ah, and again. Should actually just constantly move, I guess. It's because her foot spawns so fast. I don't think there's any way to tell other than the shadows on the floor. That's another wave. So it's good that Little Hunk can kind of take care of all of the enemies that spawn. And then once in a while, Peebers, I actually managed to deal some actual damage to Mom. Okay, so now at least Mom's foot is gonna pop down a little bit more often for whatever reason. So that we can actually deal some damage. Dodge a bunch of stuff. And on we go. There she is. I should try to get really close since probably Cube of Meat is what deals the most damage right now. Get another black heart and we get a negative and we get a Deal with the Devil. Contains 3 red chests. Please be 3 damage upgrades or something like that. That's not a damage upgrade. That's 2 pills. That's Guppy's Collar, which I still never used. But maybe it gives us another heart. And that gives us 4 spirit hearts, or soul hearts. So that's fantastic. Again, the game just keeping us alive, even though there is little reason to, because with the power that we have right now, we're not actually gonna beat it. Alright, we're on the womb. There's our secret room already. Look up, please. Oh, this guy's so annoying. There he is. Hopefully we can get him in one round. And indeed we could. Keybagger. Sure. Sponsored chests. That's a little weird. And another chest. So now I'm actually happy that we got that 2 of spades earlier. No, 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 no! Oh, that's a shame. So what are we looking at? Probably it's faster to go... Ah, that's a free curse room. Containing nothing, except for a few spectral spiders. And this is also a terminal, which we will not be able to go through. Card is the Joker. Could be super useful on the next floor. That's a couple of hearts, could also be useful enough. Peebers, the Peebers definitely... Oh! Oh! We got Guppy's Collar! I didn't even notice this, we're fucking Guppy! That's not... No, we're not... Well, okay, that came out completely wrong. I was just a little too excited. Apologies, internet. I don't want to sound like... Hey... I don't want to say gross person, because people who like fucking cats aren't necessarily gross. But they're not very well adapted to society the way it works right now. Probably don't want to deal with that. But yeah, we're Guppy. We can fly now. And every spawn flies, so we also deal more damage to all enemies. Not by just not just shooting at them, but whenever we hit them, we spawn flies, and flies deal a lot of damage. That damage is it scales with our ordinary base damage, so still though, we would very much like to get some more base damage. But just having the flies is super useful. More stuff that we won't need. Any marks? Nope. Here we can just like hide if we would like to. We don't actually need to actually do anything on this room. Our range is pretty good, so we can just hang out over here. Even though we're not going to be able to hit anything. Get in some flies. And we get a devil card. Turns us into a devil on a room, which deals more damage. Probably this is room 1, right? Yeah. So I'll probably use that on the boss if I'm gonna find him soon enough. Or her. More keys. Any marks here? Not as far as I can tell. Red chests could be good, could be terrible. Yeah, so many red chests in Rebirth compared to ordinary Isaac. Balls of Steel is fantastic, and there's another Balls of Steel lying on the floor. Pretty Fly, also useless, because we already have enough... we can only have 3 orbitals at any given time, it seems, of these like ordinary small orbitals. Devil, I'll still keep that. That'll become useful at some point. There's our top secret room. Looking for marks, don't see any. Picky Eye, so deals or turns some shots into poison shots, but I think actually Damage Tail is super good. I'm again just looking at our health bar. It seems like we've had black hearts more or less consistently over the course of this run, so I mean all I can do is really assume that that is because of Damage Tail, and I think it is. And we get a Chaos card. That's a new one. Do I want to use that on the boss? Yes, I do, because I don't know what it does. So let's move in here. Skullix, pretty easy boss. Used to be easier than he is. Now I took some damage, that's pretty dumb. So, Chaos card. Not sure what that does. It added a little thing in the lower left corner. But it probably, presumably, it does something more than that. Little Hunt is having a little bit of trouble following here. Oh, this is gonna take a long time. I could probably use a few bombs here. Create a few fires. Because Skullix has a tendency to follow you, right? So if I can... No, maybe it does. Maybe it's just completely random. Wait. I have enough bombs to experiment a little bit, though. Ah, I shouldn't have shot that one. Oh, wow. Alright, so I'm happy that I still have that Balls of Steel pill lying around, so it doesn't really matter if I take too much damage here. Okay, it made him change direction. That's not exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, he actually is burning right now. That's good. So that's probably gonna be the main strategy here. Oh, I forgot that those actually explode. I'm not sure how I could forget that. Create a few fires all around the place. Ah, it's a little bit difficult to time this. This should work. I'm not sure if it did. We're almost through this fight though. Peeber managed to get a little bit of damage in. I think he can also deal damage to himself when he shoots those bombs. Which is kind of silly. Alright, what is this? Latchkey log up. Drops 2 keys. Okay, we had that before. So let's backtrack a little bit. I'm not actually sure what the Chaos card did in there. Was this... What was this? That's a devil, so we're probably not ever gonna use that card. I just want to backtrack. Get my... I may as well pick this up as well. Balls of Steel. And going by the logic that the negative works the same way the Polaroid does, so that it does something when you get down to half a heart, there's no real reason for me to get up to 3 red hearts, because I'm gonna take full heart damage anyway on every single room. So I may as well get down to half a heart as a full heart. Effectively, it just, yeah, it doesn't make any difference. Two key room, could be good. Maybe it is. That's Guppy's Paw. That's super good. If we lose a lot of health on the hookworm, I don't like at all. If we lose a lot of health on this floor, I don't know if we become super Guppy, if we get even more Guppy items. Remember, Guppy's Paw is the one that turns 1 red heart into 3 soul hearts. So again, I was talking about how it makes sense to get down to 0 red hearts in some situations. So maybe we will exploit that in this run. Oh, that's another black heart. I think things are shaping up a little bit, even though we're still dealing almost no damage. I'm not even sure why I'm shooting the poop at this point. I don't think it can contain anything fantastic. Maybe it can contain... I can contain black hearts, as we can see already. So that's good, of course. It's an annoying room. Ah. Also an annoying room. Game sure is getting more difficult. I walked straight into that. That's a battery. Save free tarot card. And that's Tammy's head. Shoots tears in all directions. I think deck of cards is better just because one good card can really save our run. There's a curse room. It'll probably go into that because it only costs me 1 heart at the moment, and again, it can push me over the top if there contains something good. There's the tick, I don't want that. The chariot. It's invincibility on a room and a bunch of damage. That's spiders. Very good. And pills. Health up. Fantastic. And the thing that makes us lose all of our health. That's fantastic, but it also maybe works as a full health pill, kind of. What was this one? Chariot? Yeah, chariot's probably better. This is an annoying room. 3 hands. 4 hands, maybe even. 3. Oh, maybe 4. I don't know. Some number of hands. So we'll use a chariot on the first difficult room that we come by. I guess I may as well use this now. Chaos card again, not sure what it does. Puberty does nothing. Health up is fantastic. Health up is fantastic. And Pretty Fly is useless. So, I mean, all of these red hearts can be turned into soul hearts when we desire, because we have Guppy's Paw lying around. Maybe I'll blow up a few of these. Could contain something good as well. There's a pill, there's a pill, there's a pill, and here... Oh, magic mushroom, fantastic. That's all stats up. More damage, more health, we become bigger. What is this thing? Pretty Fly. I've got a billion Pretty Flies by now. Health down. Health down, okay. Still though, lots of interesting stuff. Let's try and use our tarot card here. It puts it down. That's what it does. So maybe if enemies fly into it, it does something. Maybe it's just lying around there. Maybe when we walk into it, something happens. Let's try. Doesn't seem to do anything. I'm a little bit confused about that. There's our boss though. This is Utero 2. So we have the Joker card, so we can come... Oh shit. We have the Joker card somewhere on this floor, so we can go back after the Mom's Heart boss fight and get all of the Spirit Hearts that we want to get. And what else do we want to do? Let's just plan this out. Cherry card I think we'll bring into the fight. Here is... that's a Joker card, so we can come back for that, and we will. No matter what. And down here is Guppy's Paw somewhere. We also have some black hearts. I guess I'll pick that up. There's Guppy's Paw. Okay. So the way I'm gonna do this is I'll first of all deal with this boss. Whoops. Glad that there wasn't anything too scary in this room. I'll deal with the boss and then I'll come back for a Guppy's Paw, because essentially Guppy's Paw is 21 health at the moment, which should be enough to deal with Shoal. And I can just use it on the fly. It's not like I need to use it all at once. And I think I'll use Cherry card as soon as Mom pops down. Oh, it's a little bit annoying. So I'll use a tarot card now. Maybe it's better to save it a little bit, but it does deal a fair amount of damage to Mom, so it simplifies maybe this a little bit by forcing us to the end of the match. And it seems like it works out pretty well. So we lost a little bit of health. We're not actually going to be able to get into Shoal without our Joker card. So that's cool. Good thing that we have it. I didn't want to pick up Tammy's head. And we unlocked a new character as far as I could tell from the lower right corner of our screen, so that's interesting. There should be at least one more character in the game than the one we've used already, so I'm gonna take Guppy's Paw with me and use it as it becomes necessary. And I'll take my Joker card now, get free entrance to Shoal, get some free black hearts from Damon's Tail. That's actually a very fantastic trinket. I'm really digging this. I wasn't too convinced to begin with. This is also a fairly long run already. But now, yeah, we're in Shoal. And we unlocked 3 question marks. So I don't think we're necessarily gonna be guaranteed a win yet. Just because we're still fairly weak. But we're definitely getting stronger. Becoming Guppy, I think, really helped us out quite a lot. This guy is annoying as hell. Get some flies in. Perhaps get Little Haunt in there as well. Just dodge. Actually, I was talking about how one of these bosses reminded me quite a lot like of Fantoon in Super Metroid. The shot patterns of this guy actually does even more so. So anything in here? Ordinary chest. Not gonna be that useful. So the question is, when should I begin using Guppy's Paw? Do I want to protect my black hearts with ordinary soul hearts? I think I do, because the later in the game we come, the more important black hearts they're gonna become. So the idea is gonna be to... what's the idea gonna be? Of course, also don't want to just max out my health, because then I'll potentially waste health if I find more black hearts. So maybe I'll lose a few of my black hearts, and then I'll start using Guppy's Paw. Easy room. Unfortunately, batteries do nothing anymore. So yeah, we'll probably also notice that we no longer have all of the wonderful tarot cards. That is not how you're supposed to charge. You're supposed to come from the other side of the room. What is up with the corner? Okay, that's up. That is what is up with the corner. I think I'll just stay around, stay away from the outer boundary of this room. Okay. Oh. Easy enough. What is that? Infamy, damage reduction. We had that before, but I never figured out what it did. Maybe we will this time around. We have a glow, and sometimes when we've had a glowy effect, it means that we simply didn't take damage on certain rooms. But I think that was more often than not due to Holy Shield, so yeah. Also, it's kind of a shame that we can't just put 100 cents into a donation machine at this point. Haven't actually been looking out for any Mark Rocks yet. So now is when I'm gonna be starting to use Guppy's Paw. Should maybe have used Guppy's Paw before to not use as many black hearts, but yeah, I don't know. We still have Damon's Tail, so maybe we'll find some more black hearts. Double Loki, it's kind of scary. So I've been complaining a lot about our damage on this run so far, but it's not actually too bad. And again, yeah, the flies are really doing a fairly good job here. So our job is, again, not really to deal damage to enemies, it's just to spawn flies and ensure that all of our buddies will do so. So there's the shovel, so maybe that means that we can simply just bypass Satan and then go straight to Dark Room. I don't know. I think if we use it, it spawns... Okay, it doesn't do anything. That's a good way of finding out. I thought I was gonna check how it worked, and then if it worked, I was not gonna actually use it. So let's stay mobile here, because those guys shoot lasers way too fast. What is this? Flatworm, we had that before, I don't know what it does. It makes some of our shots flatter. Maybe just makes it more easy to hit enemies. That's the single black heart, thank you. So once again, I know I say that on many of our runs, it's not like we have one item that really saves us. It's really the combination of items that make us still alive right now. And there's our boss. I don't think we can do anything else. We should be alright here. Let's see if we can use bombs efficiently here for once. 1, 2, 3, 4, now. Yes! It helped a little bit. Not very much actually, but... I'm just happy that I managed to hit them for once. These guys follow us around, so maybe using bombs here could be good. In particular, because if it actually means that it deals damage over time to them, that's very good. I should watch out for the brimstone shot there. Okay, I think he just killed himself. Let's put in a few bombs here, because I think our bombs are... It looks like they're doing a good job, right? And it's pretty easy to hit second phase Satan here. We do, of course, also just want to shoot him so that we can spawn some flies, but... Ultimately, I guess we can do both. Okay, so he's actually down. So we'll, again, use a few bombs here because it's easy. And if I can create some fire, that makes it more difficult for myself to survive. Maybe that's not actually a good idea. But we're doing okay so far. Okay, so at least Satan takes a lot of damage whenever we lose a black heart, which we probably will. I imagine we'll take a little bit more damage before this is over. Actually, the fires probably makes it a bit easier for me to crowd control, as in some of the bonfires go away. And there we go. We unlock Book of Secrets for killing Satan as Eden, I think. Does this take us to the dark room? It seems like it does. Good stuff. Now is when it becomes super tricky. Even trickier than it has been so far. And once again, we have this thing. Which I don't know what does. But it's different now. Last time around... oh, goat head. Maybe it's a little too late to do anything. Spawns more devil rooms. Last time around, this didn't spawn until after we actually killed the boss. So, not sure what's up with this. Health up. Okay. That's fantastic. Balls of Steel also really good. So I'm gonna come back for these health ups. Puberty doesn't do anything. Actually, I may as well just bring one health up. One health up is like 3 soul hearts at this point because we carried Guppy's Paw with us all the way down here. So I was talking about how maybe we want to go down to 0 red hearts, and I'm gonna do so when it becomes mathematically non-pointless to do so. So when we can fill up our remaining health with soul hearts only. So that's gonna take a while. It might not even become relevant. I think I saw a secret room here, didn't I? Yeah, there it is. Remote detonator again. Didn't we already see that once? Maybe not. Let's go into the secret room. Contains something good, maybe? If it just contains a few more health ups, then I think we won the game. What are those? Let's see, Balls of Steel pill. That's locked down. It's good that we know all the pills already. Explosive diarrhea, I don't think I'll be able to use that, even though we do have a lot of them here. So Balls of Steel, I'll probably use... I guess I'll use the health pill immediately, because why not? Should make sense, and then I'll take the Balls of Steel pill with me, I guess. I think what I did was correct. This is a new enemy, though. Or no, it's a boss, maybe from previous lore. That's now not a boss, but it just spawns here twice. Scary stuff. I'm beginning to miss my black hearts. I think my black hearts have actually helped me out quite a bit as well over the course of this. One of those guys should be down soon. Oh, wow, it's super tricky to dodge. So I guess I'll use my Balls of Steel now. Would make sense to take the black heart into the boss fight. Oh, this guy has a lot of health. This was quite a lot easier last time around. This is another explosive diarrhea. Don't think I'll be able to use it, but maybe I'll try. Let's just try here. Our bombs are pretty good, right? So it makes sense. Explosive diarrhea just spawns a bunch of bombs in our trail. And actually that seems to have worked out fairly well. I'm not sure if we actually took damage in that room. We might have. In which case maybe it wasn't the best idea. Oh, this room. Can we bomb our way out of these rooms? Well, we certainly can't do it that way. Let's try this way around. Okay, we cannot bomb our way out of rooms. Makes sense. We can on earlier floors though. But this seems so random. I'm not sure if there's anything you can actually do to avoid those shots. Maybe I should focus on one instead of 2 of them, like standard solo tactics here. But it's just a lot easier to focus on both of them, corresponding to how much you actually need to dodge. I guess I'll use my Guppy's Paw there. It gives us a little bit more health. Okay, there we go. So I'm scared. We're not out of this yet. At all, actually. What was this one again? Puberty. And I didn't leave any balls of steels in here, did I? I did leave a bunch of explosive diarrheas. I guess I might as well take them and then potentially make some use out of them. I don't really want to go to the big room because I'm afraid the big room's gonna contain something scary. This seems a lot more doable. Of course, I did manage to take damage anyway. 2 chops. This should be easy. Yeah, that's 1 down. And that's the second one down. I guess I should go back and get another explosive diarrhea pill at this point. It's good that we have Little Haunt. He kind of attacks enemies, so he tells me where they actually are. The thing is, I should not actually... If I use my balls or my Guppy's Paw, I'm gonna lose a red heart, right? So I may as well use Guppy's Paw after I'm beginning to take red heart damage. That would make more sense. That way I'm gonna get more health out of each like Guppy Paw charge. We have 2 wars in here. Could be scary as well. Seems like it's an easier room just because we can actually fear those guys. So let's take care of the one who's following us around. Wait. That's 1 down. Should make it a little bit easier. And there's the second one going down. Easy enough. And yeah, I think it's like every single chest is a red chest, even though it doesn't look like it. So speed and shot speed up does make a big difference for us at this point. This is an annoying SL room. Just put down some bombs. That actually made it a lot easier. We should use bombs more, since we have so many. In particular in rooms where we know that the assholes are gonna follow us around a lot. There we go. Go away, fire. Go away, please. There we go. So I guess we do indeed need to go through this scary room right here. It's just completely full of enemies. That's ridiculous. If we had raged, that would be fantastic. We would build a lot of it here. As of right now, I guess I'm just trying to fire and then spawn a bunch of flies, and hopefully the room will kind of sort itself out over time. Putting bombs down here won't actually help me out at all either. Of course we have fly love, so that probably makes it a whole lot easier because many of these enemies actually spawn flies. And that should be the last one. So where do we need to go? Okay, this was indeed the wrong direction. Did we leave anything in here? Another explosive diarrhea. I'll take it. Okay. These guys spawn bombs all over the place. Normally you only fight at most 2 of these in vanilla, in which case you can easily avoid the bombs. The more you have, I think the difficulty of this room kind of grows super exponentially. At least their health seems to be low enough that we can actually deal with them. Oh, we might actually end up clearing this entire floor. Take a penny for no reason at all. I don't think these enemies can actually do anything to us. Once in a while they get loose, but it doesn't happen very often. There we go. Not a boss here, but there is a super greed, a super gluttony, and a super wrath. That's ridiculous. Thankfully the room is big enough that he just killed him in like a few shots. Who do we want to kill last here is the question. I think probably Sloth, because he has a chance to spawn tarot cards, and tarot cards can be good. Oh, that's Bob's Curse. Gives us poison fire bombs. That seems pretty cool. What is this? Thunder Thighs, HP, speed down, and we destroy rocks. So the speed down I'm not a big fan of, but of course the health up is essentially 4 pieces of health. As in it's like, what is it? 1 red heart and 3 soul hearts. So that's absolutely fantastic. So Guppy's paw is really gonna do some work for us here. I think we won. I mean, it depends on how difficult the last boss is, because I really have no idea. What is that? $3 bill? Alright, that gives us a random tear effect on every floor, or on every room. That could also be useful. I think here it gives us spectral tears, which probably makes very little difference on the dark room. I walked straight into that. I'm gonna lose my black heart soon, but that's alright. Any more of them? Oh, yeah, it's there. What an unfair enemy. That's actually one of the rooms that we've taken the most damage on so far, even though it just from the looks of it, should be more easy. Another item, I guess? Oh, this one seems new. Tears up plus knockback shot. Okay, I think we had that before. What's up with our shots diminishing? That seems really bad. Unless it, I mean, the tears up in itself is nice because it probably means we spawn more enemies. And now they don't diminish anymore, so that's also good. What is this? Golden touch. I forget what that does. And here we have a lot of health. We won't be able to use that for anything. Okay, so how do we want to handle this? I think we have all... There. Did I leave a black heart back here? Looks like so. It looked like it on the map. Definitely gonna come back from that. Even though I doubt it will make a difference. At the moment we have 8, 29 health, 30 health. I mean, the boss has to be pretty damn difficult to deal 30 damage to us. 30 is not correct actually, it's 29. Because the last red heart we can actually make good use of. Here he is, the lamb. So let's see what he actually does if we cannot kill him immediately. Follows us around a little bit. And shoots shots that are homing a little bit, but not too homing. He becomes bullet helly. I should probably use my explosive diarrhea a little bit more aggressively here. I like this boss, very bullet helly, but not actually too difficult, in particular not since we have a full... We have 3 orbitals, so he has to hurry up if he wants to deal 30 damage to us. Does he just spawn these patterns? Because, okay, that's a new one. He doesn't spawn any other familiars. Okay, again, I got saved by my... Okay, we're in a new phase now. Now he's more like Mom's Heart, I guess, and he follows us around. That's tricky to get out of. Okay, so that's their first. We're also taking damage super fast right now. Why? Can we deal damage to the body as well? When will this start turning around? It didn't. It seems like Lil Haunt is trying to deal damage to his corpse from before. Oh, so if we didn't have these orbitals, we would probably be dead by now already. I think we're all right for now, though. Is there a third phase as well? Ugh. So maybe we don't want to get too close to the corpse. Everything he does seems to be homing though. Now it gets dark, so that's very third phasey. The corpse does nothing anymore. He still does something. So pop Guppy's paw again. And I think that's it. Unlocks a mystery sack. I'm gonna super quickly run back to where we began on this floor to see if anything has happened to the door. I doubt that that's the case. It doesn't seem to be the case. We probably still cannot bomb it open. What happens if we lose all of our health? I mean, these are still the only things I can actually try right now, right? We changed color. What happens if we set ourselves on fire? Nothing. Okay, I'm not sure what's up with this door, but I imagine maybe we'll find out later on in the game. Or maybe we won't. Who knows? Let's hop down. And this ending we've already seen. Mystery sack has appeared in the basement. It's great. And let's check What else has happened? We should have unlocked one more ending. Ending 10. Let's check it. Scary stuff, as always. That was a very fun run. We never got super overpowered, but we got a bunch of interesting items that worked together and at the end of the day actually caused us to win the game. So I'm super happy with that run, as I've said many times before over the course of this series. I hope you enjoyed the episode as well. For now, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you some other time.